sun just reaching us on our last morning of the John Muir Trail. We are hiking down into Yosemite Valley today. David is a little reluctant to get up, but it should be a beautiful day.
The 19th and probably final day of our John Muir hike. We're still rolling through the Yosemite uplands, about to crest this ridge ahead of us and then drop down sometimes steeply towards the floor of Yosemite Valley. The air is clearer today, though still a bit hazy. I understand that wildfires are in Northern California near Lake Almanor, last volcanic peak in the town of Chester. Hope they're put out soon. And here's the view from the other side of the ridge. We've got Buena Vista Peak, which is 9,700 feet, so about the same elevation, slightly lower than where we are right now. You got Mount Star King, Burnell Point, and the valley right down there is called Little Yosemite Valley. It's right above the main Yosemite Valley, which is a little bit around that corner. It's pretty much downhill from here.
And look who showed up! The Roush family!
We made it! We caught the Wolverines!
Yeah!
They just
So,
named us that.
we've sort of been Roush hunting, actually, we admit, and we're very glad to meet up with our friends again. So,
We were stalking you from like behind. So.
We've been talking every day. Maybe we'll catch the Michigan family.
Looking down into Little Yosemite Valley, Burnell Point straight ahead, and on down towards the main valley. And through the trees you can see Half Dome. We're dropping quickly into Yosemite Valley, down into these lush and gigantic forests. We started today close to 10,000 feet, and Yosemite Valley's at 4,000 feet, so that's a lot of time to go down. Now, there's a moral in this particular picture. If you look halfway up, there's what's left of some helium balloons. Probably released somewhere way down in the city. That's what happens to them, in case you ever wondered. We are down to elevations where the western cedar grows, including this sapling and that grand specimen up there. Another view of Half Dome, and we're looking up at it this time. You're definitely getting down into all the haze and smoke. These forests are incredible. The moss growing on these limbs of these western cedars is pretty exceptional. It's a pretty arid climate for that kind of growth. We're also in the territory of gigantic ponderosas. And these are, for sure, ponderosas with the small cones, not Jeffreys with the larger ones. Through Little Yosemite Valley. Looking over the brink of Nevada Falls. Pretty nice view.
We're here at the end of our trip and right at the Vernal Falls. And William, we would like to hear from you. What are you most grateful for about this trip? 3 things.
Well, that I'm better than I was.
Because what happened today?
Well, I was very ate too much oatmeal and I threw up a lot. And
Yeah.
I don't feel very
Only
good.
4 times.
But I feel better than I
You did
was.
7.
And grateful I climbed Mount Whitney.
Don't kick
Yeah.
me, Peter.
And grateful we met so many friends.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you for sharing, William. And how about you, David? What are you most grateful for on this trip?
We're almost done.
Yes! How many more miles do we have to go?
4?
Something like that, yeah.
3.7.
What else are you grateful for?
I'm not dead.
You're not dead.
Although I'm pretty much as close as I ever got. I'm not dead.
Pretty intense experience to hike the John Muir Trail.
Not dead. We met Lincoln and what's his face.
Yeah. The Roush family, Lincoln and his family. Thanks for sharing, David. And Peter, relaxing on the log here as well. What are you grateful for in this trip?
That the trees in California don't get killed by mistletoe much.
Yeah, look at all that mistletoe on that tree.
That's not
Right above
mistletoe.
us. That's not mistletoe? Oh, that's not mistletoe. Yeah, it is mistletoe.
That we got to do this, I guess, and now we're almost done.
Yeah.
And I'm about to get real food. I guess it's 4.
About to
but-
get what?
Oh,
Real
yeah,
food.
Real food! Yes. Not too much of it though. We don't want tummy aches.
Hey, it's okay now.
I'd be fine with a tummy ache.
We're not walking. We won't throw up or anything.
Maybe not. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, Peter. And John, what are you grateful for?
Well, first of all, just like David and Peter said, I'm grateful that we were able to complete this. We've had to bail on backpacking trips before, and early on in this trip with the sicknesses, it looked like we might not be able to finish. In fact, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, the day before we started, I wasn't sure we were going to start.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful we were able to finish this. Second, I'm really grateful for those high altitude, or well, the medium altitude meadows like Evolution, McClure Meadow in Evolution Valley, and the meadows in Lyle Canyon, with the views of the alpine peaks above them. Just spectacular stuff. And thirdly, I'm grateful for California forests. And you can see there's a lot of smoke around us right now. Somewhere those California forests are not doing so well, but we have walked through some gorgeous forests of gigantic, towering trees. We got a ponderosa, unless it's a Jeffrey pine right above us, giving us some shade.
I am grateful that we got to see so much beautiful nature of those valleys that no one can see unless they go hiking to see them. So I feel very grateful to be able to have health enough to go and see them and to make it work. I'm grateful to John for all the work that you put into planning and getting us through this trip. And I'm also grateful that I got to do it with all of you family, because this is a big life goal for me. But I realized as I was doing it that it's also a wonderful solitude. I'm grateful for the solitude. Even though at times I wish I had someone my pace because I was always in the back, it is a really wonderful thing to spend so much time, 19 days, thinking and praying and reflecting and just enjoying nature. So I want to add one more, because I remember hiking up Mount Whitney with Shachal, and he's from Israel, and he helped me study my Hebrew, which made it climbing Mount Whitney, I would say, a pleasure rather than the torture that it might have been. So I'm grateful to Shachal as well.
What an extraordinary trail. Not to mention an extraordinary view.